Wait, where are you from? From the Shoals? You know David Hood? Yeah, I just had lunch with him the other day, but I mean, I saw him at Home Depot. My name is John Paul White, here in Florence, Alabama. I was born here over at Helen Keller Hospital, but my family moved up to Loretta, Tennessee when I was in grade school. And then after high school, moved back down and been here ever since. Most of my childhood, anything that was talked about in this town musically was the 60s and the 70s. Like, hey, those are my heroes. I love them. I'm standing on their shoulders. But that wasn't doing me and my generation any good. Back then, it was studio culture. Everything was people came to town, made a record, and left. None of the artists were local. And so we and the Secret Sisters and Dylan LeBlanc and Gary Nichols and Anderson East, our generation was more artist-driven. I feel like at that point, the town started paying attention to the swell that was happening. Well, when I was growing up, last thing I wanted to do was stay here. Just like anybody else. It doesn't matter where you're from, it's boring. So I drove back and forth to Nashville 2-3 times a week, which was good for me because on the drive up, I could think about my song ideas and sing and make up some stuff. And when I got there, I was ready and I was in the right frame of mind. And then I could drive home and I would decompress and I'd go back to being husband John, dad John, homeowner John. And played all the bars up and down the state line trying to get somebody to pay attention to me, and they did not. And I went back to the University of North Alabama, and within about a year and a half, I had a music publishing deal. I've always been able to stay here, never called anywhere else home. That's the way I like it. The studio is right beside my house, and the label is right behind it. It's a bit of a compound. The more I traveled, especially Nashville, but once I started traveling to New York and LA and London, I started realizing what a special thing we have down here. And this happens a lot with locals, is they need somebody else to show them. Like when Billy Reed, the fashion designer, when he moved to town, he really shined a spotlight on Florence with his Shindig series. And people around here were just like, I guess it is kind of cool here. I didn't realize just how unique it is to have people here in a small town where the cost of living is really low and crime rate's not anywhere near Nashville. It allowed me to be an outsider. When I went to Nashville, I wasn't another Nashville dude. Like, oh, he's from the Shoals. Oh, so people would look at you a little differently. And so at that point, once I could afford, there was no way I was going anywhere. I hope that my impact is that I have no bad impact. The last thing I want is like, oh, that's where that John Boy is from. I'm always terrified of screwing up the legacy of this town. It's pretty legendary, the things that have come out of here. And you have to carry that mantle with you everywhere you go when you make music here. I've always wanted to be a good steward, spread the word. I should probably be in the Chamber of Commerce as much as I talk about the Shoals.